Welcome back, guys, to what I think is going to be a really interesting episode. A few things to get through. Somebody asked me a question: which transport mod am I using? I'm using the Improved Public Transport 3.0. Remember, guys, if you've got any questions about which mods that I'm using, or like how to get them or whatever, they are all in a collection on the Steam Workshop called Skye's London Collection. Okay, so just go. Subscribe to that and you'll get everything that you need. Or if you're looking for a specific mod, just look in there. Right, next question. Somebody asked me about the London Eye. They said, I've been looking for the London Eye on the Steam Workshop and I can't find it. That's because it's in the game. It's one of the standard buildings. It's a vanilla game building. If you want to be able to use it without doing the silly unlocking stuff, get this. Unlock all plus wonders and landmarks, because it's a landmark. So if you get this mod, then you'll have the London Eye available to you right from the beginning. Last thing on the mods, I have added the No Pillars mod. And that's because we're going to be using this for some very key things that we're going to be doing in this episode. This episode is going to be all about bridges, by the way. I think you're going to love this, because I am so excited about this. And we're looking at bridges mainly built by Swiss. Swiss is now going to be the Bridgemeister. And by the way, Swiss, there is a new No Pillars mod. There's No Pillars 1.1. It's been picked up by another developer, because it looks like the guy who developed No Pillars, which was some Danny. Looks like he's dropped it, so somebody else has picked it up. So Swiss, go get the 1.1 and update your mods to link to the No Pillars 1.1, and then I'll change mine. Right, let's go and get into the game. Right, here we are. Now strap yourselves in, guys, and have a cold shower on standby, because some of the stuff that we're going to be looking at today is gonna be awesome. And by the way, I'm sorry there wasn't an episode yesterday. I got sidetracked. Kitten, ball of string, you know me. I got sidetracked onto a secret project that I'm working on, which will be coming your way soon, and I think you guys are going to really like it. And I can't tell you anything about it, but it's going to be... I think you guys are going to have a bit of a giggle, bit of a laugh, and you're going to enjoy it. Right, should we get on? Okay, very first thing I've got to say, the map. I had maps from like several people sent me maps, and I got confused. I thought this was Funny Monkey's map. It's not. It's Thomas Miller's map. And I hope I've got that name right, and I'm starting to question it now. You know what? I'll check it and I'll put it up at the bottom if I've got it wrong. Sorry, Thomas. So there you go. So it's not, but thank you, Funny Monkey, for your map as well, and I'll probably show that at some point. Now Thomas is going to host this, and I'll include a link to it in the video description unless I forget. Okay, I'm going to start throwing in disclaimers now. Man, have I got some assets to show you. But before we get to the bridges, and this is going to be a massive bridge episode, I have got so many damn bridges to show you. It's unbelievable. I found some awesome stuff. I want to show you this, which from the last episode, I did a bit more work on this little junction down here. Because it wasn't quite right. Right. First of all, this tunnel wasn't quite straight, so I've straightened that up. This roundabout was an odd shape, so I've sorted that out. And then I've put in this little housing estate round here, and I've put in the off ramp here, which connects up to this section, which is two-way, and then there's this one-way route, and that is bang on accurate, right? Well, okay, this should come off kind of over here, but you can't because of the collision with the bridge. It is what it is. Get over it. And talking of collisions, you may notice this down here. I'll be talking about this. This is the No Pillars mod that I showed you earlier. Look at all the buses going around. All the bus. Look, let me show you the bus route. Because look at this. The bus route is absolutely bang on the way it should be. So the buses come around and they come off the A3 here. And they come around and they drop people off and pick people up and come around and then they get back on. And this is exactly how it is. That is the exact route that the 85 goes. I know I'm excited. I know it's kind of sad, but it is what it is. And also, by the way, let me show you this. We've got two types of buses, right? We've got these kind of single-decker red ones, and we've got the double-decker ones, which I'm amazed don't collide with these bridges and rip the roofs off. But there you go. And this is absolutely like bang on, because we've got two types of buses. We've got the big red London buses in Kingston, I'm talking about, and then we've got little shuttle buses, which are the K buses. We've got the K1, the K2, the K3, etc. And yeah, and they come, and I'll put a K route in as well. Although the K route's kind of like come out of town and they go up to Kingston Hospital. It's a like similar route, but it's kind of slightly different. So I'll do that at some point. Right, bridges. Where the hell do I start with the bridges? You know what? I'm going to do Kingston Bridge and all of that, but I'm going to start with Tower Bridge, because we were going to put in Westminster Abbey, but we're not because I've got completely obsessed with the bridges, so we're going to do the bridges. And guys, seriously, cold shower. Have it on standby, because you could get overexcited. Right, Tower Bridge. Now, these two trees here mark exactly where Tower Bridge should be. Right, and I'll bring up the map to show you that I've actually kind of got it in the right place. See, there's Tower Bridge. Goes across there. Excellent. Right, so let's drop that down there. Now, there are now 3 different Tower Bridge assets, all by the same guy, the Bridgemeister Swiss. Let's go and take a look. And there's a ton of other stuff in here as well, which you'll notice, and we'll be getting to all of this stuff. Now, there are 2 assets to start off with. There's the Tower Bridge standard version, and then there's the Tower Bridge road version, and I'll explain the difference. Now, there is a new one. There is a Tower Bridge 2.0, but it's currently broken. I've included it in the collection, and again, I'll remind you, if you've got any questions, Skye's London collection, they're all in there. The 2.0 version is currently got a little bugette, but I'm sure Swiss will fix that today. So you may want to use that one. But I'm going to be using the road version. But I'll show you both versions, and you'll kind of see the difference. So you know what? Let's do it. So let's see what the difference is between the two. So I'm going to plop this one like over here, so you can see. So I'm wasting a bit of money because these are expensive. 90,000 to put this in. Oh yeah. So let's have a quick look at this one. Now, this is the standard model, right? And this road is not a real road. It doesn't work. Okay, you can't have cars going over this. If you want this to have actual roads, a road network, you have to put your own roads in. Now, in order to do that, you need a special mod, which is this no pillars mod, which allows you to have collisions between models. Okay, so that's that one. You can put that one if you just want something that's kind of visual, then you can put that one in, and you can put a road over that if you want to, but it works a lot better, I have to say, guys, if you follow Swiss's instructions and use this one, which you see doesn't have the road section. Okay, so let's go over here. Right, I'm going to go top down because I want to align this correctly. And we're going to take this and rotate it a little bit to get the roads right. And I want the placement. I am going to be fussy with this one. Sorry. Don't expect this to be a quick episode, guys. This could be a 2-parter with all these bridges I've got to go through. There is where I want it. Right, now I'm going to pause this for a while because the water's going to do weird things, and I want to show you that, and we'll look at that afterwards. Now, right, what am I going to do? The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this off, and if you want to select this bridge, right, the point is kind of up here, right? So we're going to turn this off. Now, this only costs, this only has an upkeep of 80 a week. Which is kind of a good thing, but we're going to turn it off for now just because I don't want the flashing water icons and stuff, which is and whatever that icon is. What's that, like low land value or something? I don't know, whatever. Right, let's get a road in. So what you do, this is the way to do this, guys. First of all, we're going to turn pillars off, so we turn it to floating. Okay, and we've got collisions on at the moment. We're going to turn collisions off, so it's overlapping. Okay, now you can do this with pillars on. if you want to, and you can hide the pillars in here. You know what? I'm actually going to do it with the pillars on to show you. Right. So if I start top down, right, and I want to be absolutely bang on for this. I want this to look nice. So there, I think, and then come over a bit, will you? Again, it's like boom, boom. Right, cool. Ho, 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 ho. And we've got a road. But you can see it's a little bit too low. It's actually pushed the bridge up, right? And you'll find that the bridge will move around, and this is something you got to play with. So, but you can see that the pillars are hidden inside this thing. I'm actually going to do it now without the pillars. Right, let's do this again, and this time we're going to do it without pillars, so it'll just be the road. And hopefully, you know, see, this is a little bit low there. That's a shame. You know what? Sometimes by just altering the placement of the bridge slightly, you can get it into. Now, if I turn the water back on, because this thing is affected by the height of the water, so let's move it again. We'll let the water, and I'll actually show you how this thing. Look, this thing moves up and down with the water moving up and down. Right, so we want to be. Told you this could be a very long episode because this is fiddly. It does take some messing around with. So I'm just watching the bridge. You can see it rising and falling with the water. Right. Let's see. Will I get my road in now? Oh, look at that. There you go. See? The road is now the right height. Kind of, sort of. Because again, the road's going up and down with the movement of the water. Right. So what I want is for the water to go down. And then I could put that. There we go. Perfect. In fact, it could even go down like a tiny bit more. Oh, come on. There we go. Right. Oh, that's awesome sauce. So what I'm going to do now, or what I'm going to try and do now, is put in the road from one end of the bridge at the end of these cables. So I've got pillars turned off, yes. So from there to there. A little bit more. Oh, and the damn bridge has moved again. Damn bridge has popped up again. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, come back, come back. Now, you can just say, yeah, it is what it is. Like, obviously, I won't. I will play around with this for, like, hours until I get it absolutely pixel perfect. I'm still struggling with this zoom to mouse feature. I may turn it off because it's, like, it's very cool, but I suck, so. And then obviously you put the you want to put these ends in separately because otherwise it won't kind of look very good. Trust me. So it just works better if you do it like this. So we put that one in that end, and at this point I want to put pillars back on, and I want to put collisions back on because I want it to knock those trees down like that. Right. See, didn't knock that tree down because I haven't got collisions on. So, you know what? Let's take that section out. We'll put it back in again. This time with the collisions and... Oh, just missed that tree. You know what? I don't want that there. Right, cool. So, there we go. We have got Tower Bridge in, guys. I'll come back and mess around, but I'm not going to mess around with that now because I'll be hours playing with that. Right. But, like, you think that's cool, and it is very cool. I've got to say, like, major landmark, and it does look very cool. Oh, let's just see how the water behaves, because you'll see that the water will start to act like it does with a dam, right? But, actually, you know what? I should have done these ends with pillars turned off, because I've got those pillars in. You know what? I'm going to do that. So let's take them out. I am not having the oh dear. You see what happens when you play around. Let me do it again. Oh, yes. I've got it beautiful this time. Let's just extend that road along there. That's pretty much bang on. I actually got the road to just go up a little bit here to meet the cables. Oh, that is beautiful. That is absolutely bang on, I think, guys. I don't think I could have done that any better. It's just at the perfect height. Oh, I can't wait to see a big red London double-decker bus go through there. That's going to be awesome. Right, we can get rid of... now, that one's turned off, isn't it? Yeah, that one should be turned off. Let's just double check. Yeah, that one's turned off. That one we don't need, so we can get rid of that one. So, oh, you got to click on the little bit there. Yep, goodbye. Right, cool. Right, that's staying there. That's never changing because that took... It didn't take me long. It took me like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 minutes. Probably 5. Probably 5. Yeah, I answered the question about the London Eye. I'll show you actually the London Eye. If you go to landmarks and unique buildings, so sorry, the landmarks one. So it's not in the uniques, it's in the landmarks one. If you go up here, you'll see you should have somewhere. There it is, the London Eye. And you also get the gherkin, and we'll be putting the gherkin in at some point as well. Oh yeah. Everybody loves a gherkin. Right, what am I doing? Now we're going back to Kingston because this is a really good example of a stone bridge, and we're going to be talking about stone bridges now. Now then. This, I'll put a picture up so you can see. This is a stone bridge, and this looks nothing like it, right? Well, there are a couple of alternatives. Oh, hang on, before I do that, I said I'd show you the water doing funny things. Let's just quickly go back over here. Let's take this off. It's on fast. You'll see that it starts to act like a dam, right? Oh, it's kind of going like a bit of a... Oh, and then it kind of settles down and it's fine, in actual fact. Because there's a water spawner just here. It's only a little one. It's only a very low capacity water spawner, but it's just enough to settle this down. And it works, I think, absolutely beautifully. No issues. Beautiful. Right. Now, that may not be the same when we go and play with this, but we'll go and have a look and we'll see what we can do. Alright, so. Oh, so excited about this, because this is very cool. Let's get rid of this. Now, we've got a couple of... let's pause it. We've got a couple of new bridges that we can play around with. And how much cash have I got? So I've only got 1 million. I've got to be a little bit careful. First of all, we've got this one, which is a big stone bridge. Oh, the construction cost is only 10,000 for this. Good. All right, that's a lot more reasonable, because the other one's like 90,000. Okay, so I'm going to pop this in like, I want it kind of equal on each bank, like there. Now this is constructed in the same way. There are actually two. There's one which is has the road on, and one which doesn't. I think there are two, but I've only got this one, and I've still not got that quite right. That should be a little bit further over, but it doesn't matter because this is not actually what we're going to end up with. Let me show you the other bridge before we start. Now, where's the other? Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is... I think this is called the Little Stone Bridge. Is it the Little Stone Bridge? Classic Bridge. This is called the Classic Bridge. And we'll put that one like... I want to try and get it like... Seriously, my mouse. I'm going to throw it out the goddamn window in a minute. And... there, let's pop that there. Right, cool. And as you can see, these are a couple of... Oh, seriously, mouse, will you stop it? God, I'm sorry, guys. Right, so a couple of lovely little models, aren't they? I mean, this is awesome. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something up in the north of England and put in like a viaduct. There's some classic like viaducts. Oh, what we want is a canal on top of this. Have a proper viaduct carrying water. Have little canal boats going across the top. That'd be sweet. Anyway, shut up, Skye. I'm just obsessed with bridges. What can I say? As you can see, this is not big enough for this river, right? Whereas this one is pretty much bang on. But this one's very tall. Whereas this one is like Kingston Bridge is not a high bridge, right? So this would actually be slightly better. But anyway, let me show you with the roads. So what you do with the roads. Now this, I gotta say, this takes a bit of playing around with. I'm gonna do a page up and then another page up, right? And then you can see that by where you position it on the bank, you can get kind of different effects and different heights. So like if I actually page down and then move it along here, I can actually get it to be at exactly the right height that I want. So let's put this in. And this is, you know, I'm doing this. This bridge is not actually going to stay, so I'm not going to be like ridiculously fussy, but I'm going to try and show you how you would do it. So like that. Now, if you actually follow Swiss's instructions, he says to do it a different way. He says to actually do it with pillars on, and I'll show you that method as well. And I've got to say, Swiss's method is a hell of a lot easier. You don't have to faff around so much, but I don't think the results, well, the results, you can't get a perfect result doing this, but you can get like an easier, better result. So I think it's worth showing you. So if I turn pillars on, right? So this is now going to produce pillars. What we can do is we can come over here, and the road is going to be the right height. Let me do this top down. So that's going to be. So we'll position this with the circle over the first pillar, because the pillar is going to. There's going to be a pillar there, right? And then what you want to do is do it like probably every 2 pillars. So you kind of need to be able to see what you're doing. So there. And what we're trying to do is hide the pillars inside, because you can see there's a pillar there. You see? There's a pillar on the end. What we're trying to do is get the pillars to be hidden inside these pillars. Oh, I didn't do that one particularly well. And then another one there. And then we've got the same issue on this end with this because of the bank. Now, if you played around with the terraforming mod, you could just level the bank, and then this wouldn't do that, which would solve that problem. So there are lots of kind of ways around it. And you can definitely get the look that you're looking for. Let's just put that over there like that, so you kind of get the impression, and you can produce some very, very nice looking effects with this. I think it's a lovely little model. I think Swiss has done an awesome job. Now, obviously, you've got this bridge here. Now we could just kind of like pop a road over it, but then you got these gaps at the end, and it kind of doesn't. Yeah, it's not kind of really working out. But I'm gonna try and do something like semi-clever. You're like as clever as I ever get. Let's get rid of that one, right? And then we're going to take this other bridge and we're going to move it. So let's take you. I'm going to move you. Have a little bit of moving. Right, so what I want is to get this bridge over here, so that I want one of the pillars, right, on like just on the edge of the bank, and I'm going to get a little bit more top down because I want to kind of line it up with this road as best I can. So I want it about kind of sort of. I may have to play around with this a couple of times to get this right, but I think I want it kind of sort of No, that's too far in. That's too far in. Let's try that again. So I actually want it back a little bit. So let's try it there. That, I don't know. That might work. That might work. We'll see. What I'm trying to do, I'm hoping that you guys have guessed. What I'm going to try and do is put two of these together. And is that... I'm going to have to play around with this, guys, because to get this to look right, it has to be quite literally pixel perfect. And I think that's probably not right, but we'll see. Yeah, it's not quite. It's close. It's close. This needs to be, I think, a little bit further over. It's... I've got to say, that it's close. It's close, but it's not quite there. So let's have you... So line that up with that. And I've changed the angle, like a... There we go. That's where it was. So we just want to move this a little bit this way. Probably, I don't know, like that much. We'll see. We'll see. And I really want to get... Oh, man. This mouse. I really want to get these things to line up. So I'm going to be fussy. Sorry, guys, but I am going to be fussy about this because this is actually staying in. So we want this... That's right, but it needs to come over like a pixel or two. It's close. I mean, that's pretty close. We'll try and move it over like another pixel, just to see if we can get it. Right, bang on. So, how about there? I think I've gone a pixel too far the other way now. I thought I had. Oh, you gotta love this. There. Oh yeah, that's it. Because you can see it crossing on both sides. That is the right place. Right, having done that, right, I want this floating and I want overlap. I think. And we'll see, because this does kind of funny things as well. So let's hope. Keep your fingers crossed, guys. We're going to start on that pillar there. We're going to go across to this pillar here. Come on, line up. There we go. How does that look? Oh, yes. And then we can take it down on the other side. Now, let's do this on the side and make sure this... Now, I want this to come down like that, right? Because otherwise, if you do it too much, you get a gap. Let me show you. If you do it too much, you get this gap, and I think it's unsightly. I don't think it looks very good. So you want to bring it back to kind of cover that up, like there, right? And then we can hook it up. Now that looks good. That looks good. And then we can do the same on the other side, hopefully. I don't know. I have no idea what we're going to do with this. We'll just kind of like... I'll probably end up putting some buildings over here, but like for now, I'm just going to kind of like hook that up. Now, obviously, this is only a 2-lane, and Kingston should be a 4-lane. But I think like it looks so much better. Although I've got to say, Swiss, I'd love it if you took these like flags or whatever they are off there. I would imagine this is supposed to be some specific bridge which has got these little flags on or something, but there you go. So there you go, guys. That is going to be our Kingston Bridge until somebody comes up with an even better bridge model. And I got to say, I kind of like that. I would love it if this was done in kind of sections, just like a section on its own that you could plop in and do multiple times, and then you could just put a road over the top. That would be even sweeter. So there you go, Swiss, there's an idea for you. Now, having said that, there is stuff like that. Now, what are we going to look at next? Now, for example, there's this, which is it's called a gate bridge, and I haven't really played around with this, but I'm looking at this and thinking, ooh, you know, if it didn't have these road sections at the bottom, that'd make a really, really nice river bridge. So I'm not sure who did this, but I might send him a message and say, can you do a version like without the roads so that we can put our own roads in? Because that could potentially be really sweet. You know what? How much is it? It's only 12,000 to plop. That's because you can't build it on water. Let's plop it down. I don't know, like there or something, and you'll see. It's a lovely little model. It's got these silly clocks on. I know several people left comments on the Steam Workshop saying, "Can you take the clocks off?" I don't know. The clocks are quite cute, but yeah, you can see it's nice. It's like a nice alternative to just having like a regular bridge over roads. So yeah, I might find a place for that. Right, we have got more. We have got lots more, guys. Let's take a look. Now we've got to come over to the A3 over here, because down here where the A3 comes to the Robin Hood roundabout, just on the other side, just here, and I'm sure I've got a picture up, you can see that there's a pedestrian footbridge, right? And I want that's like a really important pedestrian footbridge. Now, one problem with pedestrian foot, you might say, well, just put one in. Like, what's the big deal? Let me show you. Let's come up the A3 to a bit that's kind of not being used. Right, yeah, this bit will do. Where just before it goes into single lane. The stupidest road in the world. Right, let's put in a little bit of pedestrian road, because this is how this works, and I think it's blooming awesome. So you put a little bit of pedestrian path on that side, and you put a little bit of pedestrian path on that side. It only needs to be like you can do it like one square. But the thing is, if you're putting a pedestrian path in yourself, right? So you do like page up, and you go like, it's got to be like 4 squares long to get up that high, right? Which that's like taking up a huge amount of space. Well, we have the solution now. We have the solution. Where are you? Where are you, you little beauty? Is it back here? I think it's back here. No, it's further. Oh, here it is. It's this. Yeah, pedestrian overpass. And there are 2. There's one for 2-lane roads, so a little one. And there's this one for 4- and 6-lane roads. And this is just beautiful. Now you can just like slap it right next to the road. It'll just snap to the road, right? Or you can put it to a bit of pedestrian road if you want. But we're going to go over here. And to be honest, I was actually expecting to snap it to the pedestrian roads, but this will do without. Well, hang on, where's the A3? Ah, here's the A3. Right, so we want this down here. Now, if I'd got to do like 4 squares, it'd be like down there, and it's not down there. It's like right here. And hopefully we can just plop that in right there. How does it look? Oh, look how awesome that is. Whoa, sorry, I'm in first person. Let's come back. Let me try and control myself. Look how awesome that is. I love it. I'm going to try and give you a first person look. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I mean, it's going straight through that house because I put it in without collisions. Let's you know what? Let's put pillars back on, and let's put collisions back on. Yeah, I can take out that house there. I can leave that on there. Okay, cool. Right, done. Right. What am I trying to do? Trying to get rid of this. There we go. Right, cool. So now we've got rid of the house on this end. Oh, you know, you can get such ridiculous levels of accuracy with this. I love it. I love it. And I've put a lot of more trees in over here because the entrance to Richmond Park here, there's a lot of trees. You kind of can't really see too much. Oh, and that's another thing I've got to change because I realised this road, you can get into the park this way, but you can't get out of the park this way. This is a one-way road. So we're going to change that. So one-way road, upgrade, boom. And no, it's the other way. It's that way. There we go. See, I do know how to change the bloomin' roads round. There we go. Right. Should we zoom that on? Oh, and look, they all turn around and disappear off the right way. That's excellent. This is getting so accurate. I'm loving it. Right, are we done? Are we done with the bridges? Hell no, we're not done with the bridges. Like, not even close. I've got so much stuff to show you. It's crazy.